everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, Boston and Bellingham's only podcast about Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman, and then all their kaiju friends. I got distracted because Siobhan is recording me. I'm just going to keep it rolling, though. My name is David.
I'm Brian.
I'm Siobhan.
And hi, we have a review episode. That's why Siobhan's here. That's the whole shtick. She's here for review episodes.
I come on to talk about nothing that I know about.
But
I know a little.
If the more you watch, the more you'll know.
It's true, and I loved this last one.
Exactly.
I'm very excited.
So in the future, you might even be on for non-review episodes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do you think you have that in you?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm so excited.
But we need to learn you some things first.
I do. I have a lot.
But you did dip your toe in recently. You've experienced tokusatsu in a very minor way, mind you. But it's
minor, but amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that really blew my mind.
I know.
Okay, I'm ready.
So we're going to be talking. I teased this on the last episode. I said this is the first non-kaiju thing we're talking about on Talking Toku. We're finally flexing our muscles with the name. It's always been kaiju adjacent, but this is strictly non-kaiju. It's still tokusatsu, but strictly non-kaiju. We're going to be talking about Shue Matsubayashi's The Last War today. Strap in, because it's a fucking depressing movie, though.
And I get to talk about history.
Brian gets to talk about history.
I love history.
He's got like a bunch of links in the document here to talk about. I'm a little scared.
We love a history buff, Brian.
Do you want to know how close we've come to annihilation? Because it's a lot.
We're gonna find out, and then you guys will all be sad.
We're close to it right now.
We kind of are, yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, but it's okay. Sorry, I'm recovering from a head cold. I'm not dying, probably. But we have news, so Brian, do you want to go first, or do you want me to? I'll go first because I put this in there. You can figure out why I'm gonna go first if you read that.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are light on news a bit again, but that's okay. I feel like these are relatively interesting stories. At least the big one at the end certainly is. But Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, or as Brian and I have taken to calling Godzilla X Kong: The New Monkey, has been delayed by a month and will now release on April 12th, 2024. It's unclear if this is due to the ongoing strikes or maybe just something as simple as visual effects touch-ups, which, given the fact that it was only pushed back a month, I'm more likely to believe that's the case than the strikes. But, I mean, realistically, Monarch Legacy of Monsters just got confirmed for a November release. There's no official date, but it's going to be sometime in November. With the amount of content of Godzilla content we're getting in the near future, I don't think a month is going to be anything. It's not going to mean anything to us. We have -1, we have Legacy of Monsters, and then we'll have this. I don't think we're going to need. Again, I don't think an extra month is going to mean anything in terms of waiting, because we'll have so much content to consume as it is.
Oh yeah.
So who cares? Also, it's probably going to be bad anyways. Boom.
Yep.
Pessimist.
Siobhan,
I love being a pessimist. It's fine. Actually, that's one of my favorite
you
wines.
clearly have not listened to some of our other episodes when we shit on the Monsterverse. So
I love it. I love it. I live for it. You can't be disappointed when you're a pessimist.
I know.
Sam did not like King of the Monsters at all. So
I know.
She liked the part with Rodan bodying all the planes.
That is the best part of the movie. So
that is the best part of the movie.
But yeah, I'm excited for Legacy of Monsters to come out though. November. That's a lot sooner than I thought, because Oh, Discord.
I love when Discord goes off.
Discord. See, this is all Brian's fault because he messaged me earlier today saying, "Hey, you're still on Do Not Disturb because we watched The Flash last night." And I told him, "Oh, I'm still getting notifications, but I turned it back on anyways. If I just left it off, this wouldn't have happened." So, Brian, I blame you.
Wow. You should go back in time like the Flash and never turn off.
But if I do that, Brian, everything's gonna change.
Everything's gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be played by like some other actor.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Your life is gonna be
No,
completely
Brian.
different. I'm gonna be like 59 years old.
You can play yourself.
No, but because when the Flash goes back in time, he somehow changes Bruce Wayne from looking like Ben Affleck to looking like Michael Keaton, and it's not really explained very well. They're the same. They're still Bruce Wayne, Batman, but they look like different actors now.
And then he went back and then changed everything back.
And then he was George Clooney.
And then he came back as George Clooney. So what the fuck, dude?
I should probably watch this. Too.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh.
No, you shouldn't.
It's bad.
All right.
Unless you want to do what me and Brian did and get really, really high and do it, because that was really fun.
You know, that's my
Sam
main.
Hopped the room
that's
before I watched it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
watch it with someone. Watching it alone seems like I don't know if I have it in me to watch it again, Siobhan.
You know, we still need to watch Pacific Rim again.
We do.
We'll do that.
We'll get there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Brian, continue on. Give us the next piece of news.
Okay. Godzilla vs. Gamera is finally happening, everybody. In a mobile game. Fuck you. Godzilla Battle Line will start an in-game Gamera Rebirth tie-in event starting on September 7th. So if you're listening to this, it's already happening. As someone who doesn't care to see a big crossover film, I think it's exceptionally funny that a crossover that fans have been wanting for the past 60 years is happening in a mobile game. Yeah, that's funny.
Get fucked.
That is really funny.
Also, I'm going to put on my nerd glasses, and I'm going to use my sunglasses for that because I don't have actual glasses.
You're going to say actually?
Actually,
yeah. There it is.
Godzilla and Gamera already crossed over twice. Once in the 80s, I think, on a stage show, and then again in Ultraman Max because Shusuke Kaneko directed an episode of Ultraman Max, and if anyone doesn't know, Shusuke Kaneko directed both the 90s Gamera trilogy and Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, and he put in a neat little reference, like there's a kid playing with both a Godzilla and a Gamera figure. So it already happened. Fuck you.
Yep.
we don't need it anymore. But no, it's funny. It is really funny that like the first big crossover is in a mobile game. Which
I want more things like this just to piss people off.
I know, it's really funny. Speaking of pissing people off, hey Brian, how's Gamera going?
Oh my god, I hate you. God damn it.
Did you like that transition, Brian?
It's going.
You have 2 days until the series premieres, Brian.
No, I don't. Oh my god,
I
do.
believe in you, Brian.
What is that? 2 movies I need to watch realistically?
2
I
movies,
believe
2
in you.
days. You watched 2 movies yesterday alone.
I watched 3 movies yesterday alone.
What else did you watch?
About 2 hours worth of Adventure Time.
Oh, okay. I guess that is basically a movie.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Brian. I think you can do it.
All right. Well, I think I can.
Just get really drunk or high for Super Monster, and then be sober for The Brave.
Bruh, it's a weekday. I gotta watch it sober.
That's fair. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to our next and last piece of news, and the notes I have here are just Godzilla -1 trailer. Whoa.
Yeah.
Because, hey, we got a full trailer for Godzilla -1. And let me tell y'all, looks fucking sick.
I'm so
it
fucking
looks
ready.
pretty dark.
I'm so ready.
It was really funny. I had texted the trailer to Siobhan earlier today saying, hey, just as a heads up, you'll probably want to watch this. We're going to talk about it. And you told me.
I was freaking the fuck out because I actually already watched something before David had to tell me for like the first time.
I know. Look at you go.
I couldn't believe it.
You're growing.
It came up on Instagram.
You're growing as
it
a
was
talking
I think
Toku.
it might have been Kaiju United.
Oh, it probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever I saw it, I was like, oh, ooh. And I watched it. And then I got all
I
excited.
woke up at 7 a.m. on Labor Day just to catch it.
I watched it in the bathroom at work at like 4 a.m. when I went in.
Hell yeah. I got up to go to work and I realized, oh, that Godzilla trailer came out. Let me do that before I shower and get dressed and everything.
Yes, as
that
you
was,
should.
That was my priority that
Good.
morning. So
It was well worth it.
it was. It really was because it looks really, really cool and I'm really excited about it.
All I kept
yeah.
thinking about, though, like the entire trailer, every time like a train or a ship was thrown around, I was just thinking about when Sam said that about that Pacific Rim scene with the train.
What did she say?
Or was it a ship? Whatever it
The
was.
ship
Yeah, I
in
love
Pacific
that.
Rim. What did she say about it?
I don't know. She just said, I remember.
Insurance thing?
No, I just remember she said something funny, and I remember it was funny. And then I just thought of her the entire time.
Okay. I'll take it.
Shout out, Sam.
Our number one fan.
Based.
Ha, I beat you to it, Brian. Fuck you.
Wow.
Brian's a bad boyfriend.
It needs more coming from me.
I know.
Bad
Yeah,
boyfriend.
okay. Brian, I do have a question for you, though, because obviously people are doing some theorizing about this now. There's that last shot in the trailer where he's roaring and he looks all burned and stuff. Do you think? And of course, I'll preface this by saying these are all still rumors. The fact that we are getting 2 Godzillas in this movie, but I know, yeah, a rumor. Temper your expectations. But the now prevailing theory with the trailer is that there are not 2 Godzillas, but rather there will be 2 different versions of Godzilla. One being pre-atomic bomb, one being post-atomic bomb. And so people are thinking that last shot where he's all like burned and scarred is like right after he gets nuked, and that's where it like he starts to mutate and stuff.
So excited.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Brian?
Well, I watched the trailer a lot.
Yeah, so did I.
And I stopped it frame by frame a lot. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of the footage we have in the trailer is early in the movie, because a lot of it looks like it is from either the same scenes or from scenes that are close to each other. I don't know, but I would say telling from the line that monster will never forgive us it's probably the case. So
I think you're right.
Like, you know, with that line, like, it can only really mean one thing in the context of Godzilla. Like, you know, we shoot him with a plane. Like, that line isn't gonna mean
It's not
thing.
gonna.
It's
He's
not
not
gonna
gonna
have the same weight.
care.
Yeah, but like if you nuke him, and you know that carries more significance. So I think that's a pretty good guess, honestly.
All right.
I don't really know like how they're gonna explain all this, like whether Godzilla was there for Hiroshima or Nagasaki, or if this was some other bomb.
Yeah, there is that scene in the trailer where we see a fairly large explosion going off right next to him. So maybe that, I don't know.
There were so many
People
explosions.
keep saying that that's a nuke, but I don't know if it's because it's a movie. It doesn't look like a nuke, but
I don't know.
the explosion is far too small for it to be a nuke.
It didn't do like the proper
unless the trailer
mushroom-looking
is-
cloud.
Unless the trailer, like that shot, is just like it's just not showing it like well. Like maybe it's like a weird depth perception thing. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it again. But I would say that definitely he's gonna get nuked in this. And I am gonna make a prediction and say that this movie is not gonna have a happy ending.
I hope it doesn't, honestly. I don't want a happy ending.
I also do not want a happy ending.
But I'll say my last comment on this is that one shot. It's really, really quick of the atomic breath coming out of the water and just annihilating that aircraft carrier. It's fucking sick. It's
So,
really funny to like compare that to the similar scene in Godzilla vs. Kong where like it just goes straight through the aircraft carrier as Kong is like jumping off of it in slow motion.
I still need
It's
to
night
watch
and
that.
day. It's night and day. It's ridiculous.
Actually, now that you say it, I'm just gonna do a very fast frame by frame real quick because you just gave me I thought.
Oh, Brian's gonna watch the trailer again. Let's go.
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing again. I'm just gonna watch. God damn it, Dave.
He's gonna watch the trailer again.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, I'm not gonna watch the trailer again. He's like, oh, maybe I will watch the trailer again. I don't blame you, Brian. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
God, where is it? Here we go. Found it.
I don't usually like trailers either because I just don't like to know anything about the movie before I'm seeing it. But I felt like that one was like it left enough up to the imagination.
Well, the thing like Japan is very different about like promotional material.
So far, I like it a lot better.
Yeah, like they don't like to give things away like most Hollywood studios do.
It's frustrating to me that they do that.
I know.
Then why am I seeing the movie?
Mm-hmm. What have you found, Brian? Have you discovered anything?
He's in silence.
Give me a sec.
He's working very diligently here. Stand by.
I can hear him clicking.
I know.
That is not an aircraft carrier.
What? That's what. I don't care what vehicle it is. Doesn't matter.
No,
I
was curious because what I wanted to know is if it was an aircraft carrier, that would make it an American one.
Okay. Well, there was a teaser released a couple days before that like had MacArthur's name on it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there that kind of alludes to American involvement, but they haven't really shown anything.
Yeah. I think
so. I don't know. I'm that's why I'm just kind of like any like scent of American anything in here. I'm just gonna try and look for it because like I'm really interested in what they have to say about the United States in this movie. So I don't know, but yeah, from this it looks actually like a some kind of cargo ship because it's got a crane on it.
Okay.
No. Nope, that's a battleship. It's got a gun on it. It looks like a crane. Don't know. It could very easily be that ship we see going right over the like sailing right over him.
Which is also I also really like that shot. It's very Godzilla 2014.
Shot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going frame by frame now too. It looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it does. That's some
Thank you,
fucking
David.
Walmart
David,
shit right
David,
there.
David turned it so that I could see because he saw me peering over.
December 1st, guys. December 1st.
Eep.
I don't know. I mean, it looks I don't know. It's going like we don't have enough information. I can't really make any logical guess here.
Well, we won't have to wait very long, so it's okay. And the cool part, this shit's going into IMAX.
Oh
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Going to IMAX.
That's gonna be fucking sick. Seeing a Toho produced Godzilla film in IMAX.
I haven't been to IMAX
I may actually
years.
make the drive down to Seattle for it.
I'm definitely gonna make the drive over to Reading because Reading's like 20 minutes away.
Seattle's 2 hours.
Can we go get ice cream?
Yeah.
Yay.
Where for ice cream?
At Jordan's.
Do they do ice cream there?
What are you fucking talking about?
Are you serious?
Have you not been to like Beantown?
I've like walked through it.
Yeah. They got ice cream. They got the jelly beans. Oh my
I know
gosh.
the jelly beans, yeah.
David, we can go on the tightrope.
I've
thing,
never
or
done
the
that, you know.
I've done it. It's
Have you?
actually scary once you get up there. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie. No, it is. It seems like it's like, oh yeah, no, it's whatever. And then you're up there and you're like, oh fuck. We'll go do that.
Okay. If any humble, treasured listeners of Talking Toku want to accompany us
Yes.
to, to go do that when
Let's
Godzilla -1
Get a
comes
whole
out.
group together.
Yeah. All right.
Make the reservation.
All right. Well, hey, that was a really fun conversation. Let's have a not fun conversation about a really depressing movie.
Oh yeah. Love it.
So, again, we watched The Last War, directed by Shue Matsubayashi. And again, this was Siobhan's first ever, well, technically not first ever, but the first one she remembers, tokusatsu film.
Yes. Yes. Oh God.
So
Sorry,
you're
but I
the star of the
can't
show here,
remember
Siobhan. What did you think?
I loved it. I loved it. I was overwhelmed the entire time. But I also like couldn't believe some of the shots. I didn't realize it was like a fake. Like I didn't realize it was tokusatsu.
Yeah, that was the thing.
David had to tell me.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't even that. It's like there was a shot early on of like a cargo plane or something, and you turn to me and you go, "Is that a fake tiny plane?" And I'm like, "Now you know what tokusatsu is, Siobhan."
It was so good though. I loved it. I'm very happy.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. It was honestly kind of adorable, like watching you.
Oh, really?
Watching like experience, seeing you experience like that kind of effects work for
Yeah.
the first time, and just being so like enraptured by it.
Yeah, and I liked the actors a lot.
I mean, Frankie.
Like
So
the cast.
you know, this actually has a really good cast. Like, it's got Frankie Sakai and Akira Takarada, and Frankie Sakai hasn't really been in much in terms of tokusatsu. Like, he's really just been in this and Mothra, because he's a comedian normally, but he is phenomenal in both this and Mothra. This even more so.
I felt like a lot of the American actors were kind of not that good though.
And I'll tell you the same thing I told you when we first watched this, is that during the Showa era Toho stuff, none of the American actors were good.
It made it kind of comical though. I liked it. It brought a lightness to it.
Yeah. I don't know if that was
Intentional, no.
Yeah, intentional, but
Well, it was really sad, so I'm glad they did that.
yeah, no. It's
It would have been complete depression if not.
but I mean I think Frankie Sakai provides that as well, because again, he is a comedian. So but yeah, no, I thought it was I hesitate to say wonderful, because I don't know if I'd consider this a wonderful film. It's a very, very good film. But
Brian.
I don't think wonderful is the correct word for it.
It was pretty horrifying, but like good horror, like, you know, like makes you think about it horrifying.
I
Yeah.
got really stressed most of the movie,
You were.
I was
you were very
stressed.
stressed.
but
I mean, the whole movie is just a giant, like, it seems like it's a huge pleading to stop.
yeah.
I mean, it literally tells you at the end of the movie, "Hey, don't do this shit. This is fake, but like it could be real,
That
so don't
scared the
fuck
fuck
it up."
out of me. That was such like it was like the screen just went black and it was like, this is fiction, but it could really happen.
Yeah.
Like I watched it alone. So because Sam didn't want to watch it. She's not like a war movie person. So she like walked by and she was like, I'm going to bed, and I was like, this movie is just building up to something terrible. And that's all I said to her, and then she went off. And I was right.
We also had Neapolitan pizza.
Oh, that's true. We
That
did
was
have
delicious.
that. What was that? Where was that from?
Pasto.
Pasto, right?
Very good.
It was very delicious. If I didn't eat right before the doing this, I would be hungry now.
We'll do
but
that
it's okay.
again.
Oh yeah. So Brian, you're the history guy. Do you want to kind of start your spiel here, or if we talk about more general things first?
I think we could talk more about the movie. I mean, the history stuff is just kind of extra context. But
Okay.
I mean, if we want to go over like the movie, and you know, it's pretty simple movie.
It is. It is a relatively simple plot, and at times it does feel like the. Well, I guess this is kind of unavoidable, but it does feel like that the A plot of like, you know, Tamura and his family is kind of disconnected from the goings on of the actual war, which again, that's how war works, I guess would be the way to explain that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we were during World War III, our individual families wouldn't be doing shit, is my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'd just be trying to carry on because that's how that works. So I guess I can't really fault the movie for that, but it just narratively it feels kind of strange. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like that's so typical
I
though.
think it
People
works
just
pretty
try to
well.
act like nothing's going on.
Yeah, I think it works pretty well. Like it's showing like, you know, it at sometimes it feels like a little bit weird with how it kind of cuts from the A to the B plot. Like it's like sometimes just kind of awkward. But I think for the most part, just them showing just this family just doing life stuff and kind of just occasionally talking about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that its delivery is pretty good. Like it's basically what anybody would do.
Yeah.
Like the father in the movie, he basically said like you can't think about this all the time because you'll essentially drive yourself nuts. And like that's pretty accurate. Like that's for real. Like you can't think about how life can end in just like a millisecond.
He was just
like
drinking sake.
You'll drive yourself
drunk
nuts
immediately.
He was drinking quite a lot of sake.
And he was getting drunk so fast.
He was.
It took like 2 seconds.
I know.
And he was drunk. I love that for him.
I mean, what else are you gonna do in that situation, though?
I think he was doing that before it got bad too.
But I'm trying to give him a I'm trying to give him an out here.
I mean, the whole time period is pretty tumultuous, Dave.
Yeah, that's true.
It's enough to make any man drink.
Though I will say it was kind of funny at the start where when he heard about the rumblings of war, he's like, I'm gonna go purchase some stock in some airplane companies, so I'll make some money off of this.
And it's probably the worst thing to do.
I know.
Damn.
I did like
Realistically,
that.
what you should have done is invest in like arms companies, but you know, doesn't matter when everything's destroyed.
That's true. It's not like any of it mattered in the end.
Which is kind of the point.
Exactly.
At the end, none of it mattered because everyone's lava.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, though, that ending.
Yeah. So that's like kind of the big final effects thing in the film, and Jesus Christ, dude. Like, obviously
It was overwhelming.
Brian and I are familiar with Eiji Tsuburaya's work. Siobhan, not so much. So you don't really know. This was kind of your first, like, oh, this is what this kind of effects are capable of.
Is that do you feel like that was one of the crazier ones or more low key?
From what I've seen, yes. Because
I don't think we've seen like apocalyptic damage like that.
No.
Really?
Because so again, a lot of Toho's effects driven stuff in this time period were mostly kaiju films. They were also disaster films like this, and that only started coming out in like the mid 60s. Granted, this was early 60s, but it was more of a mid 60s kind of thing where it first started. Even 70s, so maybe like mid 60s to early 70s was when the disaster genre in Japan first started getting big. So the effects stuff at the time, it was more, I don't want to say restrained, because there are a lot of effects shots in the kaiju stuff. Like Rodan especially has some incredible work miniature wise, but nothing to like that apocalyptic level, like you said, Brian. There's nothing even close to that in any of the kaiju
because
films.
at the end, like it turned Tokyo into like a hole in the ground with lava.
Mm-hmm.
Like insane. Like it was insane. That's like Evangelion damage.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Like that's like anime shit right there. And the fact that they did it with tokusatsu is insane. And they made it look as good as it did.
I know.
And it was just horrifying to look at, honestly.
Yeah, it was. It's chilling. Is
hit that part at exactly midnight, and I was like, all right, I'm going to bed after this. This is sad. This is killing my vibe a bit.
I warned you it was a depressing film, Ryan. I warned you.
The vibe.
Oh,
Well, I
tulips
did
never
read
grew.
the little plot
you're
synopsis
right.
off to Sam to see if she'd like it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Did she hear what the plot synopsis was, or no?
I read the very short one that's like like you see like on the link that you sent me for the archive.
Wait, I have a
And
question.
it's like 2 sentences long, and she heard that part. And when she heard that World War III breaks out and the world is destroyed, essentially, she was like, "No, that's not not my kind of movie."
I don't blame her.
When at the beginning,
Yes.
when they were like, someone was like working on the bomb and they like went up that big thing to like change something. What were they doing? Why was I confused by what the fuck they were doing?
At the beginning.
Why did I think they were like taking it apart?
The dude going up the ladder to like stop the
What
missile?
was he doing?
So I guess there was like a launch issue, which I'm gonna get into later. There was an avalanche. That's what it was. And it like activated one of the automatic firing systems for their ballistic missile, and they had to shut it off because command couldn't do it.
But then it all happened anyway.
Yeah, it ended up happening anyways.
It all happened anyways. Well, I have some very fun not so fun facts.
Is it really a fun fact, Brian?
Some very not so fun facts that
Depressing.
a lot of the actually 2 of the times where we see the missiles, like they almost launch, where they're like, it's wartime, let's go, and then they almost launch. That shit happened a lot, way more than twice. And there was one occasion that you guys may or may not know of that I'm going to talk to you about that is horrifying.
Well, we'll lay it on us, Brian.
All right, I can. That's a good segue into my history lesson here. So, just a little bit of background at how like surprised I was with this movie, including ballistic missiles in general, was that they were only ever unveiled to exist in '59, 2 years before this came out.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because like it was Soviet stuff, which means that the only way anyone even knew about it was the Americans. Or not really. I mean, they probably people caught on to it probably, but anyways. So the one that scares me the most essentially was this guy in Russia. He was a missile defense guy. He basically sat at a monitor. His name is Stanislav Petrov, and he worked for the Soviet military. And he was at he was at like a missile detection base, and his alarms went off. Like they went off. Like there's missiles coming towards you, and it was false. Like it was a false positive. And if he was anybody else, they probably would have sent it up the chain of command, and then they would have fired their ballistic missiles, no questions asked, because it's the Soviets, and their command structure was basically all yes men. Except for this one guy, Petrov, who said, no, there's too few missiles. This is not right. And he basically became God in that moment.
Damn.
And he turned it down. He stopped the destruction of Earth, basically.
What a
this
champ.
This one guy. And that was just one near cataclysmic accident. Now, Dave, I told you not to click on the link on the bottom.
I did
but
not.
I want you to click on it now, and I just want you to
We're clicking.
start scrolling.
All right. So this
I just want you to start scrolling and see how far it goes, and until how recent it goes.
Yes. So for context, this link that Brian's talking about is the Wikipedia article for list of military nuclear accidents. So we're gonna scroll down.
So this goes from any kind of like accidental misplacement of a weapon, a faulty detonation, and also you have development accidents.
Oh my god, it's so long.
We're still in the 60s, Siobhan.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Most recent, August of 2019.
Oh my god. What was it?
Explosive destruction of a nuclear power source.
Ugh.
Nyonoxa radiation accident.
Oh my god.
In
Why
Russia.
do we keep inventing these things? Like, what the fuck?
That's kind of the thing.
No.
That's the
like,
point
just
of this
stop.
movie.
Just stop.
So, yeah, it's still. So, Siobhan, you kind of said it earlier. We're basically in the same place we are, or we're basically in the same spot now that we were back when this movie was made, if not worse.
Oh.
So,
World War III, right around the corner, Siobhan.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to die.
Okay.
But like with tensions basically everywhere flaring and a huge actual war going on in Europe, it's basically like a set. It's basically like setup for a movie that explodes into a war. Like, you know, like North and South Korea, they're still technically at war. Russia at any point it could be taken over by some other dude other than Putin. I don't believe Putin has the balls to launch any nukes, but like it's the same shit and we're still here in 2023. So this movie is still very relevant.
How quick do you die in a nuclear?
Immediately.
You don't feel it.
You don't feel it?
It's immediate.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm looking forward to it then.
Not exactly. It depends how lucky you are.
It depends how close you are.
So
If
ideally
are
you want to
within
be
the
close.
Fireball, you are instantly vaporized.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
If you are a few I guess. If you're with that, like outside of that, you'll probably be killed by debris, or you'll light on fire
Ooh.
spontaneously, and you'll melt. And if you're outside of that, you'll probably be fine, except for all the radiation you're going to get hit with.
Yeah. Like, Siobhan, have you watched Chernobyl on HBO?
No.
Oh my
Should I
God,
watch
it's an
that?
incredible show. Siobhan,
So
please
many
watch
people have like mentioned this to
It's
me.
a really depressing show.
Oh, good.
But it's really good.
Just what I need. More depression.
It is very graphic in its depiction of radiation sickness.
Oh.
You see, they do not pull any punches, and
Are there like boils and things?
a little further than that.
Ooh.
You kind of see the skin like melting off of them.
I'm ready. This is what I'm watching for bed.
That's an interesting choice for going to bed viewing, but
There is also
I
a
like
very good
dream
follow-up
anyway.
podcast by the director or the
is
showrunner.
there? Okay, I did not know about
It's
that.
Oh,
very
something I can listen to
interesting
while I
'cause
work.
He goes into the true history about it.
Wait, Brian, what's the
Like-
podcast called?
It's
'Cause
I believe it's just called Chernobyl
I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow.
or the making of Chernobyl. Here we go. It's just called the Chernobyl podcast.
The
There you go.
Chernobyl podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Damn, it's got a 5-star rating.
Ooh.
Goddamn right.
Well,
Oh,
maybe they'll mention talking Toku now.
I don't think. I think the podcast is over.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, it was.
I want them to keep going
it was a
on
making
things.
of thing, and the show came out what 3-4 years ago now, Brian.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna send this to you, Dave, and you can show Siobhan. This is the
Okay.
blast radius of a hydrogen bomb.
All right.
Oh my god.
Where are you sending it? Oh, here.
I sent it to you
On
directly.
Discord. There we go. That's the blast radius.
And now, if one person sets one off,
And that's right.
pretty much
that's-
everyone's gonna
That's
set
right
them
in
off.
New York
Oh, good.
for context.
Oh, so kind
Yeah,
of.
so even if you nuke the island of Manhattan, basically all of Staten Island is also destroyed.
Just
And
fucked.
everything in that little circle in the middle is vaporized. It is basically the hole in the ground with the lava you saw in the movie.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that. Did you say the lava was iron?
Yes.
That I thought was really fucking
Yes.
cool.
So I learned this relatively recently in the book Godfathers of Tokusatsu Volume 1 by J.O. Carrozza. The lava during the eruption scene in Rodan fascinated me for years because it looked really, really cool, and I could never figure out how they got it to look so good. And I learned in that book that what they did to do lava effects back then for Tokusatsu was that they literally used molten iron. And I'm like, I guess that explains why it looks so good, because it basically is just lava.
Yeah.
So yes, it's molten iron for the lava effect.
In my head, I actually thought it was corium for a second, but then I was like, that wouldn't make sense.
I don't know what that is.
Corium is the most dangerous thing ever made. It's basically the all of the nuclear fission materials used in reactors all melted together in a lava, and it's only been made 2 times, Chernobyl and Fukushima.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
And it is only made when nuclear reactors melt down.
All right.
Only. That's it.
They wouldn't have used that for effects work, Brian.
No, I thought that that's what they were trying to like show, but
I see.
And then I realized that corium literally was unknown at that point because Chernobyl didn't happen until 84.
Jesus, I thought you were like, oh yeah, they got this incredibly dangerous substance to use in a fucking movie.
No, sorry, that didn't make any sense. I did send you another visualization of how big these bombs are, though. Mike and Bravo. Bravo is Castle Bravo. That is a hydrogen bomb.
What is the name significance?
Mike and Bravo, they're just code names. US uses them just as like identifying.
Mike.
Castle Bravo was like.
I don't blame Bravo, but Mike is just like, what is that?
Than it was supposed to be.
You're really hung up on the name here, Siobhan.
Because like, what the fuck is that, Mike? Bomb called Mike.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Just look how small Hiroshima is compared to everything else, though.
Oh, that's why it's zoomed in on Hiroshima.
Yeah.
I was like, is that just a separate? It's so minuscule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
So
horrifying.
Hiroshima and Trinity, those are both like they're just fission bombs. They're not hydrogen bombs.
What's
but
the difference?
Mike Bravo
Wait,
and
explain the
Sarabamba,
difference.
those
I don't know
are
the
all
difference.
hydrogen bombs.
I don't know the difference.
Let me.
Time for nuclear physics.
Listen.
On Talking Toku.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. I need this.
I mean,
Siobhan,
I like
if you'd seen
educating
Oppenheimer, you
people
probably
about
know.
this shit.
I know. I did try to see it, but then my friend didn't want to.
Boo. Your friend's no fun.
It's okay. Well, she saw it without me.
Oh, what the fuck?
She saw it, and then she was like, I can't sit through it again.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, fine.
I mean, that's fair. It's long.
It's okay. I still love Crystal.
Okay. I figured it out.
Oh, it's another Crystal.
I was trying to find the right words for this, but essentially, the big difference is that thermonuclear bombs, which are hydrogen bombs, they use fusion, not fission.
What?
But nuclear bombs used fission, which is splitting an atom. So hydrogen bombs, they make 2 atoms into 1.
Is this why? Wait, you said it's called fission, and that's splitting?
Yes.
So is that why fissures are called fissures? Because it's like splitting your skin?
I didn't think about it, but yeah,
I assume
probably.
that is
Ew.
where the
Ew.
etymological.
Nasty.
Etymological. Yes, that's the.
Yucky.
This is an interesting.
Anyway,
episode.
Brian, go right ahead.
And I was just trying to find there's like a power factor thing, but I'm trying to find it and I'm not finding it. Oh, here we go. Fusion could generate 4 times more energy per kilogram of fuel than fission, which is why the explosions are so huge. And also another not so fun fact is that nuclear power plants, which I find great because they have a very small carbon footprint and they're pretty safe. But the US used them to make fusion material for bombs, which is kind of fucked up.
I just
So
don't like anything nuclear.
But
All right.
Siobhan,
What?
Godzilla's nuclear.
Well,
Isn't it a good thing that the bomb exists so we can have Godzilla?
I guess that's
This is a joke. This is something people actually say, and I get really mad when they say it.
Really?
Yes, this is something really stupid fans have used to defend the use of the atomic bomb.
No.
They're like, we wouldn't have Godzilla without it.
Oh, hey, you want to know something?
Oh God,
Doesn't do
what?
it for me.
So the Bravo test, Castle Bravo,
That was the biggest one, right?
that
No,
was
it's the
no, that was the
medium-sized.
biggest American one
It
next
was
to
schmedium.
Sarabamba.
Schmedium.
It it is the basically it was inspiration for the original Godzilla because it went off like 4 to 5 times larger than it was supposed to.
What?
And it irradiated a huge swath of land, including a fishing vessel, which may have a name you would recognize. It is
It's the Lucky Dragon #5.
It is the Lucky Dragon #5, and that was inspiration for the original Godzilla. So, yeah.
Now you know, Siobhan. Whenever we watch the original Godzilla, I'll point all this out to you.
I'm
Don't
so
worry.
excited.
Whenever that ends up happening.
Are we gonna watch that
There
before
are
minus
a very
one?
good collection
We'll
of videos by Kyle Hill about nuclear disasters. So, definitely check them out.
I'm going to steer the conversation back to something slightly more lighthearted, Brian.
Yes, I agree. I'm done. It's not fun to talk about. I just want people to realize that this shit is
Yeah.
still very, very real.
No, I mean, that's half the reason we're talking about this movie.
I'm very tired of people being so dismissive of it all.
Yeah. Again, that's half the
So-
reason we're talking about this movie right now is because it's still, like, pretty relevant today. You know?
Yeah.
How many years later? I don't know how to do math. 1961, that's what? 60 some odd years?
Yeah. Oh no, it wouldn't be 70 though. Or,
Would it
would
be
be 70?
No, because Godzilla's not even 70. Godzilla's turning 70 next year, so it would be 60
Oh,
something.
you're right.
Oh, he's gonna be an old man.
He's been an old man for a while.
I know, but I feel like 70 is like it.
That's
When you're
that's
officially
you're
officially old.
You're officially old.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking
69
about the
is like,
Monsterverse Godzilla, he's the oldest man.
69, you still got some oomph left, you know? Yeah.
That's fair.
But 70 is, it's over. Might as well just die.
Well, don't say that. Godzilla's gonna live forever, Siobhan.
Well, everyone except Godzilla.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Anyways, hey Brian, was it like kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? I guess just strange to see Akira Takarada being like such a romantic in this film.
Yeah.
You brought up a good point that
Like-
I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, the B plot in the original Godzilla is the love triangle between Ogata and Serizawa and Emiko, but like it's not as important to the overall plot of that film.
It's just kind of background for extra substance.
It's just extra substance, yeah. But this, it's like he's a full on like Romeo character.
This is the first
Oh,
movie
yeah.
that we've watched so far that I actually enjoyed the romantic plot that they did. I like was annoyed by everything else. Like
I mean, it serves better
they did a good job.
as the emotional backdrop for the film than the family, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also really enjoyed like the music. The music throughout the entire movie was like really significant.
It really
Every
was.
single scene, like whatever was going on, the music was totally different and completely like
Yeah, Ikuma Dan was the composer, which is a name I don't recognize. And looking at his other filmography, I've heard of some of the other films, but I've never seen him. So he's not like he's
super
not-
popular.
not popular. I mean, this is just the selected filmography. I don't know what else he's done, but certainly not films that I'm familiar with. But no, it was like the music was phenomenal, and you know, people listening know that like the music in films is really important to Brian and I, myself especially.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, no, it was. Oh wait, hold on, is this the movie? Okay, he's also done Storm Over the Pacific, which is another war movie from Shue Matsubayashi. Okay, I actually do recognize that one. Cool. But yeah, back on the emotional backdrop thing, like that scene where I I can never remember the characters' names. God damn it. The scene where Takano, which is Akira Takarada's character, and Psycho are like having their goodbye over Morse code.
Yes, that was wild.
That was incredible.
I loved it. It made
Yeah.
me want to learn Morse code.
Yeah,
You started.
talking
You know
about
something,
that.
right? You know, like one thing.
I know SOS, and that's the only thing.
That's
I know in Morse
important,
code.
though.
That is the important thing.
That
to
is
know in
very
Morse code.
important.
Brian, do you know SOS?
No.
Boo. Do you want to know the
I
reason?
should.
Is there a way for you to
But-
like input Morse code into this later when you're
Absolutely.
Do it. You should
I
totally
will.
do it.
Brian, do you want to know the reason I know Morse code? I know SOS and Morse code.
Because of COD Zombies.
No,
which
actually.
I still need to play.
do. No, it's from going back to the Lucky Dragon number 5. It's because the opening scene in Godzilla when they're calling out for help using Morse
shit.
code.
Oh.
It's the da 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 da. That's SOS in Morse code for anyone who doesn't know. Now you know.
Right on.
Now, if you ever need help and you don't have a way to contact someone, you can, I guess, do that somehow.
Yeah,
Or you
it
could
made
just write
me.
SOS somewhere.
You could
Big,
do that
big.
too.
I honestly think it made their goodbye more sad that they did it that way
It
than
wasn't
any
that it
other
wasn't
way.
over voice.
Yeah, no, that was
I
like
mean, what was tragic, like for me, like I don't know if you guys felt this, but like we saw the destruction of Tokyo, and then we cut back to Akira Takarada's character, and he doesn't know, but we do.
Yeah.
We saw what happened, but he didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, they know, but they didn't see it. And there's that.
Yeah.
There's that. The very, very last scene is like them all on deck.
yeah, and they're like,
there's-
"What the fuck do we do?"
And
now?
there's well, they're like, we got to go back to Tokyo.
And you're gonna die from the radiation.
Yeah, even though there's literally nothing left and we're all going to die, but like it's either that or stay at sea and starve.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just like
I can't
really
imagine.
heavy.
I can't imagine like
it's
arriving
such a
back to
crushing
that.
ending because you're like, what do you even do in that situation?
I know.
Like,
You just
Like,
know
what
you're
do you
fucked
do?
no matter what.
Yeah.
See, I would have rather
yeah, you're fucked no
died.
matter what you do.
I would have rather died in Tokyo
Mm-hmm.
than been on their ship.
Yeah, no, so would I. Because like at least if you're in Tokyo at the time, it's again,
over.
instantaneous. And there's the scene during that scene, Ibarra, who's the cook, he comes out and he's trying to be happy.
Oh my god, that's right. Isn't he like serving like
He's like-
tea or
he's
sake
serving
or something?
coffee, yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he serving sake at this point?
No,
Serving coffee.
they're military, I guess.
Everyone's dead. Would you like a cup?
yeah.
Cup
I
of
don't know.
Joe.
So Brian,
So
you
I
go,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
I was gonna pose a question actually.
It better not be the same
So-
question I was going to pose, Brian.
All right, you go first.
I was just going to say, what was your favorite scene in the whole entire movie?
My favorite scene in the whole entire movie. Damn. It's a good question. Shit, bro. I don't know.
I know what mine is.
I gotta think about it. Tell me yours.
All right. Unless Siobhan, you know what yours is. You know what your favorite
I
scene in
think
the whole
I do,
entire
but
movie?
you go first, and then
my
I'll,
God.
and I'll share.
You're put on
mine.
the spot.
Well, no, because you guys always make me usually go first,
That's
and then
fair.
I'm just like lost in the
Well,
sauce.
because you were a guest initially, but you're not a guest anymore. You're just a co-host now.
It's so crazy when you say that. Wow.
But my favorite scene in the whole entire movie is the scene right before everything gets destroyed, where Tamura and his family are like sitting around, kind of just waiting to die, and Tamura's just like, "Oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine," while his family is just in shambles. And he finally goes out onto the balcony, and he finally accepts that like, yeah, we're fucked, and there is not a goddamn thing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ridiculously heavy. And again, it's a testament to how goddamn phenomenal an actor Frankie Sakai is, because once again, he is a comedian and he is pulling this shit off. It's really impressive. I was blown away by his performance in this movie.
Yeah, that part was fucked me up pretty bad.
So that was my favorite scene in the whole entire movie.
Yeah. Damn.
I
don't know.
had two kind of.
Okay.
Okay. I really liked when they planted the tulips. I don't know why that really stuck with me. I also just liked when he like she couldn't do it and he like bent down to like help her. But my other favorite scene is also really dumb. When they were eating when they were feeding the kids, because they were just like, they knew they were going to die, so they were just like not hungry, and the kids were just filling themselves with food, and I was like, that would be me. That would be me in this scenario. Even if I knew we were going to die, if I knew we were going to die, I would be like, well, this is the time to just enjoy everything.
Well, it's the same kind of thing where like, oh, if you're given like a couple months to live, it's like just shoot up so much heroin because you're
like,
gonna
yeah,
die
why are
anyways.
you just not? But that's the thing. They didn't really eat it all or anything. I would have had all the sake, all the melon.
I was under the impression that the kids didn't really know.
They
think
didn't.
they
The
didn't
kids
know.
had absolutely no idea. But that's why I thought it was funny, because they were like, lit. We're having like extra dinner tonight. Like they were like, life's good. Oh, that's sad.
You still thinking, Brian?
I think my favorite scene, it's like a joke answer, but also not. It was the accidental almost firing of the nukes. I think the first time it happened.
Yeah.
And like they were like, oh, the alarm went off and we're launching, and then like the high command like calls and they're like, what are you doing? Like that's not right. Like you're everything's faulty. And I'm just like, and like the acting is hilarious. And like before that they were talking about like how they think talking about if peace is possible. But like in my head, I'm like, no soldier is talking about that, let alone an officer.
Mm-mm.
That is not their job, and they will be reprimanded for talking like that. But I was also like impressed because like, yeah, like they showed that just day-to-day maintenance failures could lead to shit going down.
Yeah.
And also like them just trying to figure everything out while they're on a timer. It was fucking stressful. And then when it was all over, everyone just like let out a sigh of relief. But like I knew the movie wasn't over. I was like, shit's still gonna happen, brothers. Like you're,
Now,
I
Brian,
thought that was good.
I have to just mention this. So the character who's in charge of that in that scene, like he's the one who activates it. It's he's just credited as Federal Army Missile Base Commander. So he is played by Harold Conway. And I wanted to look this up because I know he was in Mothra and King Kong versus Godzilla as well. And not his Wikipedia page. I'm on the Godzilla wiki. It says, this is just really funny to me. It just says Harold S. Conway was an American tax advisor and actor.
Wow.
I like how they put tax advisor first and actor second. It's just really
you
funny.
don't fuck around with taxes. The IRS.
No,
will eat you alive.
I know. But,
damn.
Yeah, because I remember Siobhan commented that the American acting was really bad. I'm like, yep, it's even worse than King Kong versus Godzilla with the same actor.
Well. Maybe that's why they keep using him.
Because he's bad?
Yeah, maybe because they like to make the other actors look really good. So they were just like, oh, perfect. We know the guy for the job. We know the man for the job.
Be a legitimate strategy you just thought of right there.
It might be.
You know what? I can see it. I can see it.
Ben Furia was in this movie.
I don't know who that is.
Ben Furia is the suit actor for the original Ultraman. And he
I haven't seen that either.
He also plays Amagi in Ultra 7. Oh. He was one of the sailors on the ship.
Good for him.
Huh.
He didn't die right away.
Damn.
Oh, Yu Sekida was in this as well. He's a suit actor. He was in...
Oh, who was... You remember that little girl whose mom was like away and she kept like calling to check in because she was sick?
Yes.
I don't know why I was like so annoyed by the scene of her like rushing to get to the daycare, and she like at one point was just like looked like she was dying on the ground, and I was just like, nothing is happening yet. Why are you being so like she was being so dramatic.
Well, she was probably like
dragging herself.
She
no, but then she was like literally dragging herself on the ground, like as if she like walked the desert or something.
Siobhan, do you know how big Tokyo is?
Listen, no.
I want you to.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
movie.
send you a map of Tokyo, and I want you to tell me if you could run all the way through it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think we already know the answer to this,
It is.
Brian. I think we already
It's
know the answer.
insane how big Tokyo
Well, I
is.
wish. Wait, so she was running from like one side to the other?
Probably.
Oh,
Probably, yeah.
well, they didn't make that
Holy
clear.
oh my god, the train map of Tokyo alone. Jesus Christ.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be showed up like this.
God. I need just an easy
Brian's gonna
easy map.
shatter your worldview right now, Siobhan.
All right, holy fucking shit.
Oh my god, I'm not ready.
It's like not even funny how big it is.
Okay, show us.
There you go. I mean, it's kind of hard to like get scale for it, but it's
Do you think you could run that, Siobhan?
Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy. Okay. All right.
Easy.
We're gonna put that to the test.
Easy. This woman's looking at us.
I'm booking.
Look away.
I'm booking flights to Tokyo right now. We're gonna put this to the test, Siobhan. You're gonna
This
run.
weekend?
Oh,
Yes,
I want
this
to go.
weekend.
Brian, you can.
Damn.
Yeah, Brian. Brian, what do you mean?
Just
you,
call
you
out of
wanna
work,
go?
call out
I'm
sick.
buying 3 tickets.
Call out sick.
Oh shit. Oh, I found an even better picture of Tokyo.
Oh, no.
To illustrate my point.
Oh no.
Look at it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Could you run
Oh
through that,
my
Siobhan?
God.
Could you run that?
Oh my god.
It doesn't look real.
No, it honestly looks like one of those like glass orb things the blown glass things you see.
A snow globe?
No. I'll show you. I'll find a picture.
That's crazy.
You're gonna know what I'm talking about when
Okay.
you see it. It's fine.
I'll take your word for it.
It's like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that looks exactly the same.
Okay.
Hold on, my phone needs my face to open my. I deleted it.
What did you delete?
It was from. I actually just went when I went to the museum.
Oh, okay.
There was one there, and I took a picture of it recently, so that's why I was like, oh,
Alright.
perfect. Just give me a moment.
Do
Talk
we
about something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have anything else we want to add about the last war? I know, it was a lot of history stuff there, but
Yeah. Sorry for anyone who's not a history person. Sam is definitely not going to watch this one.
boo, some
Hell
fan
yeah.
she is.
She's not going to listen to this
one.
episode?
Yeah, she won't watch
Fake
it.
No, but I
fan.
talked
Fake
about her in it.
fan.
Now she has
Yeah,
to.
she
If we
has
talk
to.
about her enough, she's going to want to hear what we said.
We're gonna do an episode just exclusively on Sam,
Oh, good.
Okay. All right.
and she won't be on it. She's just gonna have to find out for herself.
I love
Brian,
that.
She's going to be seething at me that I allowed that to happen.
But Brian, consider it'll be funny.
It will be.
It would be pretty funny. Wow.
Oh my god.
All right.
Where
I don't have anything else to talk about. It was just good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, very good. If you have the mental fortitude to put yourself through it, I definitely recommend watching it.
That was like my first like foreign like full subtitle movie.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, as far as I can. Oh, that's not true. I did also watch Pan's Labyrinth,
Oh, okay.
but that's other than that. That's the only other, and I found it really easy to follow the subtitles. And I've always been like, oh, I don't know if I can watch a movie with subtitles. But now I take it all back.
Yeah,
I take it all back. I've proven wrong.
and so now your worldview is just it's
It's
expanded.
opened. It's opened. It's beautiful. I'm excited. I can't find this picture.
Well, we'll keep talking and we'll move on.
Keep talking Toku.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! Look at this co-host over here.
Yay! I just want to find this photo.
That
I
was
guess
pretty nice.
I guess we can move on to our final segment. What new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now, Brian? What new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now?
Over the long weekend, I introduced Sam to the awesome hidden gem that is underwater.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
What'd she
that
think?
movie still slaps. She liked it.
Very very nice.
Yeah,
I still have not seen it.
there was a lot of other stuff that I picked up on watching it this time.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I was like looking for some Easter eggs and I found some. There was a lot. There was a lot of Cthulhu Easter eggs.
Isn't that cool? Doesn't that look like what we just looked at? A little bit?
It is cool, yeah. Continue about underwater, Brian. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that there was a lot of not build up. There was a lot of references to Cthulhu before you see him.
Okay.
Spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, how dare you, Brian? Good job.
Add that before I start talking about underwater, please.
Okay. I will. Siobhan, has there been any new cool kaiju thing you're checking out?
To be honest, I really just watched the -1 trailer. But speaking of Cthulhu, I did see that really amazing painting of Cthulhu at the PBS
that's right.
Museum
That's right.
a couple weeks ago. So if you are in...
Oh, did you steal it?
No, but I took a picture of it, which maybe David will post.
I could post
I
that.
saw
Maybe.
it. You sent it.
But
Or
no,
you
but I just meant for
sent it
other
in the
people to
chat,
see
no?
because it's a really good...
Yeah, Brian, this is
It's
a
a really
public
good-
forum.
Yeah,
This
and we
isn't
thought we'd
just
share
for
it.
us.
But also, if you're in the
Oh.
Massachusetts area, I highly recommend you go see it in person at the museum. And other large things that I saw there. There was a giant turtle that was
I'm sold.
it was still leaking oil,
Oh,
and they like have a little bottle
how long has it
that's
been?
like hundreds of years.
Jesus.
It's just like that thick.
Jesus.
It's like that oily that the turtle just constantly
My
drips.
goodness.
It was really cool.
All right.
They also had like some other large bone structures of animals and things.
I saw the whale skeleton.
They also have an exhibit coming up called Bats
I'm sold
that we should go
already. I'm
see. They're going to
sold.
have live, like big ass bats.
I do like bats.
Good, let's go do
Bats
that.
are very cool. All right. As for what I have been checking out.
Oh, also Armored Core 6. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Did
I love it.
Did you cover that last episode? I don't remember.
I still love it. I don't care if I did. I don't
Okay.
think I did.
All right. Well,
You can become a tank with Gatling guns. All right, I'm done.
okay. I will say I am probably gonna get that soon because I watched Donkey's review and it was really, really good. It was really funny.
His review of it was very accurate, especially when he said that it was like a caveman game.
Yeah.
Where you scream.
A caveman
game. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Brian, you have been checking out a kaiju thing.
I have.
We watched one last night.
Did we?
The Flash, Brian.
Is it? What? Oh.
The Flash is technically a kaiju movie for about 5 seconds of its runtime, of its 2.5-hour runtime. There's 5 seconds of a kaiju because when they're doing the fucking multiverse shit at the end, and you see Nicolas Cage Superman, and he's fighting the big spider that was supposed to be in that movie.
I was actually trying to figure out what you were talking about for a second.
That's how
That
forgettable
movie
the
was
Flash
such a
is.
disaster.
Yeah, I know we talked about it briefly.
Talk about the absolute complete opposite of Toku. Just amateur, under budget CGI.
Yeah, we briefly touched upon it at the top of the episode, but yeah, Brian and I watched The Flash last night, and my fucking word, not a good film. No way around it.
I'm completely lost on how it even received a lukewarm reception. Because it kind of did.
It did.
Like, people kind of liked it, and I don't understand because it was just as bad as all the other ones.
I'm glad we A, watched it together, and B, watched it inebriated, because I don't think I would have been able to watch it sober and alone.
Yeah.
That would have been an even more miserable experience, I think.
God, it was awful.
Yeah.
I think at one point I said to you, "I'm gonna play a game." Because
Yeah,
I can't
and then
watch
I told you don't. You can't. We're too far in.
Yeah. Yeah, so you said that, and then I looked at the timestamp, and there was like 45 minutes left. It was like,
It was
Damn
all worth it, though, Brian. It was all worth it.
Yeah. Well, we've also been watching Blazer.
That's true. We haven't really given an update on that, but nothing's really.
We haven't caught up.
We are a little behind, but really nothing's changed. It's still phenomenal. It's still a great show all the way through. Probably.
What was the last one we watched? Was it? It was when the Earth Garen it was bad, right?
I I think so, or maybe that was the last one. I don't quite
I don't know.
remember.
It was the thing where like, oh, he became best friends with his washer machine.
Oh,
That's right.
yes. Which was
They
also
became
Earth
best
Garen
friends.
turning bad.
Yeah, this is becoming my favorite Ultraman series.
Yeah.
Recent Ultraman series is becoming my favorite. There is a portal opening washer machine canonically in
No,
this show.
it was a
and
dryer, Brian. It was a dryer.
dryer,
Get it
and
right.
I'm here for it. And he talks to it.
Yes.
I love it. It's my favorite.
But yeah, no.
Siobhan, you should watch Blazer with Dave. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, no. If anyone has not seen Ultraman Blazer, it is.
I've got a lot to watch, Brian, if you didn't know.
It's true, you do.
A long
But
list.
Yeah.
Put it on the...
out of all the Ultraman series that I've watched, at least since keeping up with the newer shows, this is by far the best. Like, I really liked Zet. Obviously, didn't like Trigger. We really liked Decker, but Blazer is on like a whole new level. It is insanely good, and I'm like, how did I think like? Again, Zet and Decker are still good shows, but Blazer is like miles above that. It's like how did this show get this good compared to the others? Like it's incredible. It's insane. But there was something else I wanted to mention, and I don't remember what it is. So you know what? I'm just gonna not do it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna call it. That's the end of the show.
Yeah.
We do have some ideas for future episodes. Obviously, the next episode is probably going to be Gamera Rebirth because that drops in a couple of days. Because of our schedule, we won't be talking about it for another week and a half because we are a bi-weekly podcast. So
Unless we decide to change.
True. But
Live on
do
the
next
edge.
week, and then we skip the week after and do the.
that
You could
is-
live on the edge.
That is an option.
David's like, I will not stray from my schedule.
We already did, though. We specifically did that for Meg 2 because that was important.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Again for the Meg. Brava.
I'm not giving it applause.
I thought it was great. I give it applause.
But yeah, no.
Based Meg.
Gamera Rebirth will be next for sure. There are two other episodes we Brian and I have been discussing. One of which might be an interview episode, but I haven't made any moves to get that going. So don't hold your breath. But I don't know. You know, it's most of the interview episodes we do have been like pretty painless in terms of scheduling. So it might be easier said than done.
That's nice.
Or it might just be easier than I thought. Rather, not easier said than done. That's the opposite of what I was trying to get across. But regardless, I think that'll be it.
That was lovely.
I'm going to do my thing. I'm going
It
to
was a
bring
lovely-
up the Kaiju United website and see what's going on. Latest thing was a recap of Days of the Dead LA, which friend of the show Jacob Lingle went to. It was also partially All Monsters Attack because All Monsters Attack is put on by Days of the Dead. It was kind of like a half and half convention, and it was a great time. I saw them posting pictures all weekend, and also the article that he wrote was also very, very good. So go check that out.
Do it.
And also, they did an interview with isn't it? I never asked how they found the guy, but they did an interview with the guy who coined the term Geno back in 1998.
Really?
Yes.
How did they find him?
I don't know, Brian. Oh, because
who's to say that he even came up with it?
Oh no! Oh, apparently he is a known film critic and G-Fan magazine contributor.
Oh,
So okay, that makes more sense.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
But why?
what do you mean? Why?
Is it just? Never mind. I'm good.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm just confused.
Okay. All right. Well, that will officially be it. Wow, look at this short episode, Brian. Look at us go.
Wow, we really did it, guys.
I know.
We
And
really reined it in.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Siobhan gave a shit for the last episode when we said it was going to be short, and then it wasn't short.
I wasn't giving you shit. I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
All right.
Sam gave me shit for going over the time I said I'd be.
Well, she has every right.
Somebody got shit, and it was me.
Okay.
Every right.
Well, anyways, that'll be it. This has been Talking Toku. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Talking Toku. Find us on the Kaiju United Discord server and Facebook group so you can chat with us and interact with me mostly. Brian's and Siobhan are in the Discord server, but they don't interact.
Sorry, I'll start.
lurk.
You know what? I will.
You don't
I'm
have
gonna.
to.
No. I just.
Brian
it's more that
should.
I muted it,
That's okay. Most of my servers are muted.
but
Can
I think
we-
it's
can
time
we
that
get
I interact a
Talking
little bit.
Toku, role in the server made for us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I could potentially talk to Jake.
David's
about
like, I
that.
don't know about this.
That would be pretty cool. To
It'd be
honest.
funny. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
already listed. I'm already listed as a site contributor in the role. That's my role in the server.
I mean,
So-
technically, I'm also a site contributor.
I mean, technically, but
I
I think
am nothing.
I think I'm a site contributor because I've actually written articles for the website, Brian.
that's fair. I still gotta work up to doing one for Deep Blue
You gotta do
Sea.
your Deep Blue Sea.
Gotta do
Your
Deep
Meg
Blue Sea.
Monday
I
contribution.
love Deep Blue Sea. That movie's so good.
But yeah,
All
go
right,
check
I'm
us
done.
out on the Facebook server, Facebook group, Discord server, Kaiju United. Chat with us, mostly me. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something, Brian? I feel like I am.
Okay, bye.
Yeehaw, motherfuckers.